Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the streets the traffic starts jumping with folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5 for service and devotion. You would think that I would deserve a fair promotion. Want to move ahead, but the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometimes that man is out to get me. They let you dream just to watch him shatter. You're just a step on the boss man's ladder, but you got dreams he'll never take away. In the same boat with a lot of your friends, waiting for the day your ship will come in and the tide's gonna turn and it's all gonna roll your way. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and you never get the credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5, yeah, they got you where they want you. There's a better life and you think about it, don't you? It's a rich man's game, no matter what they call it. And you spend your life putting money in his wallet. 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5, yeah, they got you where they want you. There's a better life and you dream about it, don't you?
So I guess the core of it came from Kenny. So my brother was really good friends with Kenny's brother, Ethan Copeland. And Ethan started, I believe, in middle school. And him and my brother were good friends all through middle school. And Ethan was like, you should try this after my brother unfortunately got cut from the soccer team, besides the point. And then my brother did it. He was pretty successful and enjoyed it a lot. And I was a relatively large kid, so they're like, you're trying it. And then I had some success at it and decided that I really, really enjoyed it, and here I am.
So I tried out for the freshman boys soccer team under John Moore, and I didn't make it. I was like this close to making it to the practice squad. And I asked John Moore what could be something that I could do during the summer to come back and try out the next year. What he suggested was to go and row for the rest of the season, and I took it. I took the advice. I went and rowed, and I liked it so much that I never went back to soccer.
I started rowing because I had a friend whose older sister was a coxswain on the team, and she told me that I looked like I should join the rowing team. I didn't know she meant as a coxswain, so I just started rowing. So it's because of her that I'm on the team.
So the summer before my freshman year, I had two friends from middle school who were doing a Learn to Row camp, and they were like, hey, we're doing a crew camp. I was like, what is crew? That sounds so weird. And I ended up doing the camp with them. Both of them ended up quitting, and here I am.
So I was friends with Eleanor Patera in middle school, and she would always talk about how her siblings, they were on the rowing team, so she would go to the races and she would get all this really good food, and it was mostly just talking about the food, like the quesadillas. So I was very interested in that aspect of rowing. So in freshman year, I decided to join.
I got started rowing because my sister rowed and then my brother rowed, so naturally I rowed.
So my dad was a coxswain in high school and college, and when he found out that Montclair had a crew team, he wanted me to join. And I started off as a rower, but then I realized that I really wanted to be in charge, and I didn't like the way that my coxswain was doing things, and so I was really eager to be in charge and to have that role on the team. So I went up to Jenna one day and I asked her, hey, can I cox this boat? I know you don't have enough coxswains to do the 2 fours. Can I be the coxswain of this boat? And she asked if I wanted to be a coxswain because I was really light. And I was really excited, and I actually said yes without talking to my parents about it first.
I got started rowing because my dad played soccer with Jeremy. And also both my parents rowed a little bit in college, and both of that sort of also stopped playing soccer, wanted something to do, so I started rowing, yeah.
I'd played soccer all my life, and I knew that I wanted to stop. My parents said, you have to play a sport, and they knew that the rowing team was big at the high school. I did a Learn to Row at Nereid, fell in love with the sport. Entering the high school freshman year, I joined the team and never looked back.
It was quarantine, and I've been home, and I wasn't really going out because obviously. And my mom was like, you need to find something to do during school. And I thought, maybe I'll try sports. And so we were looking at this was like spring sports and everything. And I saw crew, and I was like, what is that? And then I was like, oh, it's like, rowing the boat. And I was like, oh, my arms are pretty strong. So it was not a rowing sport, as I found out. But that is how I got started.
I got started rowing as a sophomore in high school. I transferred from Bergen Catholic to Montclair High. I was previously playing lacrosse, and when I transferred to Montclair High, Colin Ferris convinced me to do rowing. And I tried it out, and I really liked it, and I just stuck with it.
Well, I did a Learn to Row camp in 7th grade with Nereid, and then I didn't really do much into it, and then over COVID, there wasn't really any sports happening, and my mom's like, the crew team is still running, so you should probably try it out and see if you like it.
I'm gonna say excited.
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 Scared.
For the most part, locked in is 2 words, but I would hope I would be locked in.
Locked in, that's 2 words, but.
I would say one word that comes to mind right before I get about to race is complex. Like, I'm trying to convince myself, I'm excited, not nervous. And I'm like, it's gonna be fine, whatever you do, you just have to push. And I'm like scared, but I'm like, I wanna get this over with, but I'm like, I wanna race, and I'm excited. And it's like, it's just so much. So very complex.
I feel like I've seen myself grow, both maturity-wise, athletically-wise. Like, I'm stronger. I feel like my time management, with how much time I row and do school academically, I feel like my time management has never been better.
I think I've become just a harder working person. I don't think I've ever worked as hard as I have before my time on the team. I never would have woken myself up early to get to practice, at 6 a.m. at the school, or done extra work by myself outside of practice to make sure that I'm still in shape over the summer.
I mean, I think crew has actually just built me as a person. don't think I ever would have had the amount of confidence and resilience, because crew is hard, that I have gained throughout being on this team.
I feel like I've become a lot more emotionally stronger, where I could just like take whatever hard workout we're doing and kind of just do my best and not worry too much about how much it's gonna hurt or if I'm gonna be able to make it through.
Not really. I'll usually, well, I do actually, yeah. I'll take a really cold shower every morning before a race. I will get Chipotle the day we rig, right after we rig. Really big, massive steak bowl.
For a while, I wouldn't allow myself to wear the same set of socks. Like every single race, I would have to wear a different sock.
I wouldn't call them superstitions, but especially on race days, I wear my not fancy, just like clean, nice white socks.
Let's see, I always wear Nike socks.
Oh, there are definitely certain pajamas that I wear the night before. I have one of them, it's a t-shirt and it says Rut's Hut on it, and that's the hot dog place that you can see by the river. And I feel like the hot dogs there used to be good, but I'm not sure if they're good anymore.
States last year was the most awesome race ever in our 8. And Avril was wearing a GoPro, and Olivia accidentally set it to time lapse. And so instead of having a Cox recording of States last year, we have a time lapse of it. And it's great, and we'll always remember it from that.
I don't know if I can do a specific moment, but I think if I just say Alex Stanis.
This past weekend at Stotesbury, I went back to my hotel room, and when I entered, there were a bunch of junior boys in a floaty tub with a fish.
I think a pretty funny moment, or not necessarily funny, but just like a little bit humorous, was the fact that Jeremy keeps crashing the drones. There was one time he crashed into a tree and immediately fell into the water. And then he got a new drone about a week later, and he immediately accidentally got it in the water again by trying to land it on his boat, and he just keeps breaking them.
So my favorite tradition on the team is theme Thursdays. The girls team, we have a theme in winter on Thursdays that we dress up as. And my favorite day is either glow row or boys team day. So we all dress up as the boys team, or for glow row, we all wear glow in the dark stuff, and Lorna puts black lights all around the erg room, and it's just really fun, and it keeps up morale during the cold, hard winters.
So definitely one of my favorite parts of just the whole team is the bus, not usually there because we're kind of quiet and getting ready, but the bus home. Since my freshman year, it's always been me and my friends always sit together, and it's it's late at night, and we're all energized. Maybe we just want to race or we didn't, but we're all there together, and we'd have an hour just with the music, or we'll laugh and just be completely ridiculous. The bus feels very different from normal. I feel we're always giddy and just being silly on the bus.
A tradition that I really enjoy is the Cox tosses.
It's Cox tosses.
It's definitely the Cox toss.
You throw the cocks in the water.
And the goal is to throw them as high or as far into the water as you can.
And because you're super excited and they're super light, you can toss them really far up.
After nationals, when we won nationals, we threw our cocks into the water, and then we all pushed each other in. And even if we didn't win last year at nationals, everyone just went in the water. And that was such a fun memory with just everyone jumping in.
Just joyous with how many people had won. And that was just, I liked that moment a
lot. The best thing I've had at the tent is a quesadilla, but not just a cheese or a chicken. I like to get a veggie one, and then you get the people working or helping at the tent to add more chicken in, and a lot of chicken. So it has all the good things, all the peppers, all the chicken.
Chicken quesadillas, by far. They're it's such a feel-good food. It's oh, we got quesadilla. Nice.
I think I always have to give it to those chicken quesadillas. They always just make me happy. Long day, really hungry. Those chicken quesadillas are just always so nice. They're exactly what you need when you get on the bus.
I think my favorite thing at the tent this year has been the fish tacos at Stoats. Put a little corn salsa on it, a little avocado.
I'm gonna say the fish tacos. That Old Bay seasoning is really good.
I really like the sausage and peppers. It's pretty good. And the bean salsa is also really good.
I think the best thing I've eaten at the tent this year was the banh mi sandwich. It was so good and it was so unexpected. And I was used to all of the hamburgers and hot dogs, and then I just had that and I was like, oh my God, I would totally get this in a restaurant like over and over again.
Radars.
Radars.
I'd say radars.
Look, I always wear radars.
Radars, definitely.
What do you think? Sutros, all the way, all the way.
A lot. I think Jeremy has kind of implemented into me that you can always do a little bit more. Like there's always 1% more that you can give. And I think I know once I stop rowing, I'm going to be able to take that into other things in life.
Jeremy, who has just told me that there's always a little bit more you can give, and that little bit more always has a little bit more than that, and you just keep having these stepping stones that eventually will lead you to wherever you need to go.
I think I've learned how to listen to people better because of my coaches. Like, I've learned just to not take stuff super personally.
I mean, I can't really express just how much they have impacted me as a person. It's been the most significant part of my life for the last 4 years. But the way that these coaches have pushed me and allowed me to push myself to levels that I didn't think I could ever reach just by setting that standard.
Communicate well and like be able to ask questions, and then also realize how to work on stuff yourself.
I remember Jeremy, he was on his long speech about, oh, if you can run 5 miles and you can run 10, it's all just that emotional, mental capacity. And then he dropped the hardest workout ever after that. But it's kind of just that kind of thing. The coaches have always told us that you can always push yourself and you can do anything, basically.
I've learned resilience. If I've gotten yelled at or gotten in trouble, I've been able to come back from it and learn something rather than just sitting there and being angry.
They've given me so much belief in myself. I think that's the thing. They've made me feel wanted and special and helpful, and that's a really big thing for me, and that I'm a part of the team and I can help the team, and I think that's the best thing.
I think the coaches have really believed in me, maybe at times when I didn't believe in myself, whether it was on an erg piece or during a race. And because of that, it's allowed me to get stronger mentally and physically and be able to push myself the next time.
They've shown me that I can push myself way more than I would have thought. Jeremy has this thing he likes to say where it's there's a monkey in your brain telling you that you can't do it and you have to just keep pushing it. And I think I've really taken that to heart. If you told any of my younger selves that I would be doing this hard work, I would have laughed in your face. And I've always done sports, and I did the musical, which is all this running around and dancing and stuff. So I've always been a pretty active kid. But I never would have believed that I could do what I'm doing now.
He's been through everything that he's telling us to do. He's trained on the national team, he's extremely disciplined, and he's just a great role model. So when you spend as much time with him as we do, over time we're just gonna tend to act more like him.
They have a huge sense of respect for the sport and for people in the other teams. So I feel like I have a certain sense of respect for a lot of things. And also, they've just helped us all grow, I think, a lot. So.
I probably miss seeing my friends every day, because I didn't have any friends going into crew because it was COVID. It was kind of weird, and so joining the team, I made really strong connections with all the people in my boat and outside my boat, so I'm definitely gonna miss seeing my friends almost every day.
I'm really just gonna miss the culture, the team culture. Like, I'm gonna miss, I guess, the fun I have with my teammates on the dock, or like that like high-spirited feeling you get before you're about to go off to a race, or like the bus rides back. I'm gonna miss like cheering for everyone, like that feeling you get when you're like cheering for a team or for your team, or when you're like going past the Montclair tent and you can hear like the giant Montclair, like when you're rowing by. So I'm really gonna miss the team culture.
I think the thing I'll miss the most about being part of this team is just the team and how we're all one big community, one big family.
I think definitely the people. I'm gonna miss being able to go to practice and seeing all my friends every day. But I know that all of the people that I'm friends with now, I'll still be friends with when crew's over, and I'll still stay in touch. But I know that it's not gonna be the same because I won't be seeing them every day.
Wow, there's so many things I'm gonna miss so much about this team. I mean, the people on this team are just amazing, like the most supportive, hardworking people you will ever meet, and they really do make the team, the coaches as well. But I think just the atmosphere of the team, where it just drives you to be the most like competitive, strong version of yourself, is honestly my favorite part about the team.
I'm definitely gonna miss the community and having that kind of everyone around every single day and be able to get that close to everyone. People always say crew is a cult, but it's kind of just like a big happy family of everyone together and just supporting each other.
On the team, I'm definitely going to miss the boys. We spend so much time together. I think over time we've just gotten really, really close as a crew. And I don't know, I really appreciate them. I'm really going to miss them.
I'll definitely miss the hard practices. I'll miss the side-by-side racing, the intensity of it all. But I think especially I'll miss the meals after a hard practice or the bus rides home. Sort of everything about the rowing except for the rowing bit I'll miss.
What I'm gonna miss the most is so 100% people. I think people is what makes up crew. I'm gonna miss like all of my friends. I already miss the upperclassmen and all of the underclassmen. Like just the people of the team is really what makes it amazing. Like going to boats and thinking like not having to like worry about like, oh, I'm not having anyone to talk to and I have to sit here for hours on a day. Like I know the people I'm gonna sit around. Like I'm gonna miss them all so much.
I'll definitely miss the most working out with your teammates every day. It's really fun to see the same people and to see everybody get stronger and everybody work together. And a lot of times at the end of the season, you're just really proud of yourself and everybody else. And I think it's something that you only get when you work together with the same people like that.
I think I'm gonna miss helping people, helping this team. I love this team, so I really like helping it, so I'm gonna miss that a lot.
My friends. That's probably what everyone else is gonna say too. It's just being with your friends and like obviously I'm going on to, bigger things with rowing in college and whatnot, but that kind of, you're rowing for your town, you're rowing with the people that you've known for, a decade. It's kind of like, I'll never have that again. Like just rowing with like your best buds. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna miss the most.
I'd like to thank my parents. The whole time I've been on the crew team, I feel like they've been so supportive of me. They've done everything that I've asked, and they've been so helpful. Even if it's a crazy request, like getting me 100 cough drops because I couldn't talk, or getting me a special throat spray, or driving me from the Schuylkill River to Overpeck, or the other way around, because I needed to be one place, and then the other place 2 hours later. They've just been really helpful, and they haven't even questioned it, and I'm really grateful for that. And I feel like my time on the crew team wouldn't have been the same if they were less active and less involved. So thank you, Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mom and Dad. I just wanted to hop on here and say thank you so much for all the support you've given me in the past 4 years. I really couldn't have done it without you. I'm so thankful for all the time and energy you've spent on me. Thank you for waking me up early in the mornings for those early morning buses, and thank you guys for waking up early to drive me. I'd also like to thank someone who is probably not going to see this, but I'd like to thank my freshman coach, Jenna Walpole. She gave me motivation to keep doing this sport, and even though she left after this freshman year, I'd like to say thank you to her because she really got me to love the sport, and I really couldn't have done it without her. And I'd also just like to thank all my friends on the team. You guys make rowing just so much more fun. Like on hard days, it's just good to like see everyone and be engaged with everyone. So I'd like to thank all of you, and I'm so thankful for this rowing community.
I want to thank my mom and my dad just for being so supportive throughout my rowing journey. Whether I wanted to wake up at 5:15 every day and train before school and then train after school, or my decision to not go to selection camp last year, whatever I decided to do, that they were behind me, and it was the right decision no matter what. And I think that having that that unconditional support system behind me has really helped me excel. So I just want to thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad.
Hi guys, I just wanted to take a minute to thank my parents for always driving me to practice every single day and for helping me when crew got tough, and also Lorna and all the coaches for giving me the opportunities to improve myself as an athlete and become a better rower every day, and also give me the opportunity to race at all these amazing races that we get to go to. And lastly, I want to thank my teammates because they make the team what it is, and they have brought me through these 4 years and made this crew experience the best it could ever be, and made such an amazing community to go to and spend every day at practice and at races. So thank you guys.
I would like to thank my teammates for making the hardest parts of this sport not as hard as they have to be, and for making the most fun parts of this sport more fun than I thought they could be. And there's nobody that I would rather spend these 4 years with than the people that I've met on this team. So I would like to thank them for encouraging me to be the best rower and person possible.
I want to start by thanking my parents because they are just the most supportive, amazing people, driving me to and from regattas at 5 a.m., staying all day to support me during my races. They've just been there through the highs and the lows of rowing, and I'm so grateful for them for being there through all of it. I would also like to thank my amazing teammates, the group of girls that we have on this team. It's just the most hardworking, supportive, and genuinely nice group of girls that I have ever met. They're the best people, and they make this team what it is. And it's so worth it because of these girls. So I am so grateful to have all of you. So grateful. I've made some of the best friends that I ever thought I could have made on this team. I'd also like to thank the coaches because they have pushed me to places that I never thought I could ever be. So Lorna, Jeremy, Dan, John, Owen, all of you, just thank you so much because you have made me the person that I am today and given me so many more opportunities than I ever could have thought. So thank you.
I couldn't think of anyone else to thank other than my mother. She has been my #1 supporter. She's always there for me. She drives me to races, drives me to practice, whatever. She'll drop whatever she needs to. She's always there. She's always asking me about how my races went, how practice went, even though she doesn't always know like everything I explained to her. But she's always there for me. She's always making sure that I'm okay. She's always supporting my career as a rower. And she is my favorite person on this planet.
I just want to thank my parents. For the past 4 years, they've driven me to and from the river, to early morning buses and practices. They've gone to all my races and have always been a constant source of support. They've just always shown up. And I think for me, that's really what stands out most, is just their constant presence at home and on the banks of the river during every single race. They always care about me, they always care about the boat, and they do so much and never really ask for anything in return for that. So I just want to thank them for their dedication, encouragement, and just being there for me all the time. Thank you.
I just wanted to take a moment to express my gratitude towards all the adults and volunteers on this team. We have such a large team, and without the help of all of the volunteers, we just would not be able to operate. Whether it's Mr. Bateman coming down to every regatta and cooking us meals with a smile on his face, or the other volunteers coming down and cheering us on and making our team feel like a family. It's just the support that the adults give us is so appreciated, and we wouldn't be able to operate without it. I would also like to give a shout out to my parents, as they help me be the best athlete that I can, and I know they're going to support me no matter what. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you, Mom and Dad. You guys have always been there for me and have supported me throughout my crew journey, and for always being there and driving me to the early buses at the crack of dawn and doing extra runs with me before school or after on the weekends and stuff, and always just trying to make sure that I'm being the best person that I can be. And yeah, thank you.
I just want to thank a couple of people. The first two, obviously, Mom and Dad. Love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me through rowing, academics, waking me up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to those buses. I could drive now, so it doesn't really matter anymore, but thank you for all those times that you did. Secondly, I want to thank my sister, Angeline. Whenever you're at my races, it just makes it 100 times better, and I thank you so much for that. Third, I want to thank my coaches, especially Jeremy and John. John for getting me into rowing, and Jeremy for just always pushing me through, telling me I could do more. And then finally, I want to of course thank my teammates, especially the seniors, but also the juniors and those sophomores. You guys are always pushing me to do better, pushing me to do better than you. It's so fun pushing me through training and on races, and it's just so fun being in a community with you guys. And I also want to shout out Oliver Bates, who's been here since sophomore year, helping us with oars and getting everything set and perfect. Love you guys.
I just wanted to thank Jeremy and the coaches for taking a chance on me. You let me, a really small and weak sort of kid who, at the time, you were cutting a lot of people, but for some reason you saw something in me and you took a chance on me, and I'm forever indebted to that, because you let me grow into myself and grow and change as a person, and I've really found a sort of identity in my managerial role and helping people, and you've always made me feel welcomed and appreciated and really helpful to the team, like I'm a part of the team, and it's been so amazing for me, and I just really wanted to thank you for taking a chance on me. I am so incredibly indebted to you. Thank you.
I'd take the fall. I got you covered when there's no one at all. Oh yeah, and I'd stay through the night when you got demons trying to break through the walls. There ain't no kind of line that I wouldn't cross if you need me to. You're out here searching for signs, so I think it's finally time that you knew. Nobody got you the way I do. Whatever demons you're fighting through, when you need somebody to turn to, nobody got you the way I do. The way I do. Nobody got you the way I do. Oh, nobody got you the way I do. The way I do. When you go dark and the nights get so cold, I'll be on my way to you. You know I ain't trying to lose you, oh no. If you're in hell, I go there too. There ain't no kind of line that I wouldn't cross if you need me to. You're out here searching for signs, so I think it's finally time that you knew. Nobody got you the way